Hey, I'm Rich. I build stuff. And before we get to Mamoli Lexington Part 20, some of the more astute of you will see the thing in the background I got right here. She finally came. 1/200th scale model of the Titanic. So I'll be adding an interior to that in about, okay, place your bets now. It's going to be more or less than 6 years. I want to bet less, but we know how that goes. Things just take time. I thought the Lexington here was going to take a couple of months instead of, we're going on over a year now. And in my defense, I do this in my spare time, so me having kids, me having job, me having all that stuff, you can make some quips about that making things a little harder, but in all honesty, kids are worth it and I love them very much. But that's not what we came here to do. We came here to watch a butterball in the form of a man take some rope and put it around some blocks of little wood here to make some, what is it, chain ways or whatever they were. Let's get started with that in time-lapse. And time-lapse we do, or time we lapse, I don't know. So as I said, the first thing I did is started up on these, I guess they're called, chain blocks or something, I don't know. But they're the, the little circle things with the 3 holes in them that you see at the bottom of the boat there next to those chain valve things that I still don't know what the heck they're called. But as you can see, now I'm going ahead getting them all ready. And I actually did something a little different with these. So apparently one of the things you are supposed to do, I guess, besides cough up a lung from the cold that still hasn't gone away, is wrap some of the little rope around the kind of knot area and make it look a bit prettier. I did it on those bottom ones just to get the practice with it. Didn't do it on the rest. If I had to do it on the rest, I have to do all the ratlines over again. And I want to go to the dreadnought. I want to do the dreadnought. And I want to go to the planes. And I want to... Okay, enough crying like a kid in time lapse here. But yeah, just me working with these little things, using tweezers to, manipulate the small rope. And what I end up doing is I'll tie the rope off into place. You'll see those wire bits, like before I use those to set the distance. And then you'll see once I got that distance set, I put through a smaller, the smaller rope, and then tie it off and super glue it. So all the times I've made a knot somewhere, I've super glued it in place as well as done the tying off. And the reason for that is that way it's never going to come apart. It's going to be good, sturdy, solid, and eventually this ends up kind of biting me a little bit because you'll see later one of the little ropes, it's not here, it's on the upper sets, snaps on me, so I have to re-secure it. There's another mistake that I've made coming up. You'll see it in a little bit. Maybe you'll catch it, maybe you won't. So here we go. Once I ran those... okay, so I already ran the little 3-way ropes across. So here I am, making the first set of the, netting for the ratlines. I look like some kind of demented spider. I do. It's like... It is. It's like it's got to be the time lapse. Makes it look like I'm some kind of... I'm sorry. I should be more serious, but nah. So yeah, all these little ratlines now going right through. Yep. Just keep going. So I use the tweezers to get things started, depending on where I am in the process, or how much I want to deal with kind of threading the rope through things. I may super glue one end of it so it's hard and use a little extra of the thread to, that way I can use it kind of like a needle. That is actually proven as a very helpful trick. Not sure if it's going to work in the small scales of the dreadnought. It might help in the Bismarck, I don't know. Of course, the other good thing about the line for the I got for the dreadnought is it's like Lycra, so it's flexible. So the thing you just saw me do is you probably saw that I didn't, cut those rat lines short that I ran through, and you'll see me doing the same thing here, just running all the way along and not caring about, where the length is. It's because my plan was to, as you saw with the first set of rat lines on this side of the boat, do the ends after everything's already in. You may also see me, you may not get to see me poking all the little knots with a little wire thing dipped in the glue. But I do that on like every single knot of these rat lines. Yeah, they're not coming apart. So if I've done them wrong, they're not coming off. Honestly, I think I did them very well, though. Being completely fair, I honestly feel that I could take this boat as it is now, give it to my father-in-law, and it would still be better than all the others on his shelves. So that makes me happy. I'm not going to do that. They're going to put the yards on. I'm not a complete idiot. So there we go. And since Father's Day is in June, I might just pull it off. I thought at first, hey, birthday. I'm like, okay, no, maybe Father's Day. And apparently it might very well be for Father's Day, just not the year I thought it was going to be. Okay, I guess I could reminisce a little bit, but now it's time to show you how I, again, did these top little blocks. So I tied some wire around them, and you can see me making these little kind of lollipops. Then I cut the wire down to size after having twisted it. That's what you just saw with the flat nose pliers. I twisted it. Then I cut them all down to size. Then I put them in after curving them a bit, get them to the right size, and I super glued them down. And on this particular one, I super glue and I mix it up. Here I do it good. Here I do a good enough job. Or rather, I get lucky. Because I angled these wrong, but the front ones I was able to actually move around after the fact. So now you can see adding, the kind of rat lines going up to that, not really crow's nest, but whatever that bit is called, that flat bit. I'd call it a crow's nest, except it's not at the tippy top of the boat. Yeah, here we go, cutting more lengths of rope. But yeah, I usually did is I cut a length of rope below, and then I would tie it in place. And once things are tied in place, I would then apply the super glue as you see here. Okay, now for that error I keep talking about. Here. Okay. Of all the mistakes I've made, I think this is one of the biggest, because I'm going to have to take all these out and redo them and then restring this up to fix it. Let me see if I even have enough. Can I do a proper fix? I need at least 6 for each of these, so I need 6 for the tops. I definitely have that, and I have the ones for the bottom. So that is an option. That's an option. If I snip carefully, so what happens is these are upside down. There you go. But as you can see, while these I was able to twist to the right way, these guys are kind of experienced the joys of being super glued in place. Do somewhere in here, I'm going to guess. So I'm going to have to think of a way to definitely tweak the way these are. Probably going to end up... One way I could do this is to just pluck these all out, totally remove them, do them over. I don't want to do that. I'm sure you can understand why. I want to get back to the dreadnought. There, I said it, and I said it in the spoiled childish voice. But, yeah. Huh? Alright. Oh, sorry, I have a drill index here. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. So, while I'm here, I'm also, might as well, got a little rough bit right here. Might as well just sand it down nice and flush real quick. So, yeah. Cool. So yeah, there's a couple ways I could do this. I think my best bet is going to be to cut these bands somewhere where it's hard to see the cut. Then open them up, switch out for new ones, glue them in, try to re-crimp in such a manner that they'll stay. Okay, Now the real question is, which tool do I use? It needs to have a fine edge and be able to actually be maneuvered in this area. And then I choose a old razor saw. I think I tried also a coping saw, it just wasn't going to fit in there. So there I go. I cut the little, wire in, and then I'm able to actually wrench the thing apart. Wrench it open, twist the pieces to the appropriate orientation. This guy I have to completely remove to get out and reorient it. But I re-glue it in, and there we go. Great, hooray, problem solved. Now it goes down to how to put in all the upper bits, which I, again, make a bunch of those, ropes with the blocks attached. And with the blocks attached, I then go ahead and I do them all at once, and then I put them on the boat all at once. So, yep, and again, you may or may not see it, but there are drops of super glue flying into these little guys as well. Again, I use the tweezers as normal to grasp things that are that small. So there we go, there's one, and then I go ahead and I run it through. I think this is because I only could find one of those spacer bits that I'd used. And then I just keep running them along. That's about it. That's it. That's the video. Although there may be one thing where I end up breaking one of these off. So I have, one of these guys I broke off. So what I did is I retied it with, either it was another rope that I used to retie it, or I think that's what I did, is I just put on another rope in the thing's place. I think that's probably what happened. Just had it wrap around the knot and glue everything down, and there you go. It's done. It's perfect. So there we go. One of these is it. It's one of these. I'm not sure which one it is. Doesn't look like it's that one. Okay, so it must have been when I was putting that. I'm just trying to find out when I did it. Oh well. Okay. So as you can see, much the same as the last time. Nothing really big here changed, except, yeah. See, it's these long silences that make me think, I gotta come up with some kind of extra little material. There you go, there's a snap. So yeah, what I ended up doing is making a longer piece, rewrapping it around the, around that, piece that I tied down, that, 3-hole block thing. And there we go. Once I handled that one, I handled the one next to him. And that was all that. And then, much like before, I start to, again, look like a demented spider and make a bunch of little, crossway things for this upper set of rat lines. And then I just start doing them. And I guess there's the little ones at the bottom, too. I think there's only 4 or 5, strings going across. Anyways, so there we go. Pulling it all on, getting it all through. And then once everybody's glued in place, I guess I do it with the other side. I thought I cut it first. Must have cut them all at once or something. You know how it is. You do something, you go away for a day, and you forget completely what you did. It's kind of like, forgetting what you had for breakfast in the morning. So yeah, there's that. And then, once those are in place at that bottom bit, I go ahead and I do the top ones. And then it all looks nice and wonderful and all that. So there it is, all the glue being applied. There we go. Okay, so I do all the chopping then. So that looks nice. And then here we go, right at the top. So there we go. Just keep going like some kind of demented spider. And eventually it's all there. And then I cut off the little dangling side bits. And that's about it. If I just said what I was doing and kept to this music, we'd have had a good sleep track. Nah, oh well, I want to be a little more exciting than that, but I'll leave you on a calming note to lead you out. Hope you enjoyed. Alright. Guess there's all that, whatchamacallit, it's other stuff I did, the things not going on the right way and all that I had to fix. Things snapping and me tweaking them to work right. And me having yet another cold. Actually, this is the same one I had a while ago, just hasn't gone away. It's not COVID, but whatever it is, it's taken a while to leave. Other than that, guess it's time to give the outro. So, I'm Rich, I build stuff, hope you enjoyed, and time for the YouTube dance of like, share, subscribe, hooray! Alright, let's see if I can't actually get a little faster cadence on these now, huh? Here we go.